got it. It is an honor to fill in for Greg today, and we all miss you, buddy. And let's give Greg Gumbel our bracket, huh?
Yes.
Everybody, let's officially tip off March Madness. Here are the tournament brackets from the NCAA and its corporate champion, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. We begin in the East region, where the #1 overall seed is the defending national champion, UConn Huskies, a 1 seed for the first time since 2009. A league record 18 wins this year, winning the league outright by 4 games, following it up by winning the Big East tournament at MSG. They'll try to repeat as national champs against a coach who actually did it as an assistant at Florida. That's Donnie Jones, who has Stetson in the tournament for the first time ever. That's why they're celebrating after 53 years in Division I. Watch out for Jalen Blackman. 43 points in the conference championship game, 34 of them in the second half as they won the A-Sun. These are games in Brooklyn, by the way. Next up, the 8th seed, Florida Atlantic, the magical run to the Final Four a year ago and returned nearly all of their stars from that team. They are in as an at-large from the American Athletic Conference. They will face Northwestern, the 9 seed here, Seth.
2 bubble teams in that 8-9 game. They are really happy. Northwestern had never gone to the NCAA tournament before Chris Collins got there. I will tell you, there's going to be a lot of conversation about FAU getting an 8. I had them in. I don't know too many people who had FAU that high. They had a great season. That's a very healthy seed.
All right, these are all Friday games, and now we go from Brooklyn to Spokane, Washington, where we find the 5 seed is San Diego State. Last year's national runner-up, making their 4th straight appearance. They will face the 12 seed UAB in their first year in the American Athletic Conference, winning the conference tournament earlier today. Way to go, Blazers. The 4 seed in Spokane, the Auburn Tigers, fresh off winning the SEC tournament earlier today. Their opponent, the 13 seed Yale, who got a buzzer beater from Matt Noling at the buzzer to represent the Ivy League for the 3rd time in 4 years.
It's not going to be an easy matchup for the Tigers. Yale is smart, and they're going to be able to handle pressure.
All right, we go to the bottom half of the East region now. These are games in Omaha on Thursday, and the 6th seed is BYU. Their first season in the Big 12, highlighted by an 8-point win at Kansas. They will face the 11 seed, the Duquesne Dukes, who are dancing for the first time since 1977, winning the Atlantic 10 championship as a 6 seed earlier today. The 3 seed in Omaha, Illinois. How good did they look?
Oh, man, they were super impressive and a dangerous, dangerous team. When this team decides to defend, they've got everything they need to win a national championship.
Including Terrence Shannon Jr., who had 40 points in the Big Ten tournament semifinal. The 14 seed here, Morehead State, the first team to earn a spot. Feels like forever ago, a program record 26 wins. Yeah, Illinois, you know your opponent now.
A muted response as well.
Yeah. Simmer down a little bit.
Smart basketball players.
We stay in Omaha for more games on Thursday and Saturday, where we find the 7th seed is Washington State in the tournament for the first time since 2008.
Kyle Smith's done a phenomenal job out there, and they're feeling good. They've had an excellent year. This is a team very disciplined, outstanding backcourt, will be a tough out.
Who will they face? The Drake Bulldogs and the father-son combo of Darian DeVries and his son, Tucker, back-to-back Missouri Valley Conference champions. The 2 seed here in the East region, Iowa State, who tore through the Big 12 tournament set.
So this is one of the mysteries about whether Iowa State would be a 1 seed. They are a 2 seed, but the NCAA bracketing principle says that the overall #5 cannot be with the overall #1. That means Iowa State was not even the top #2 seed. Bit of a surprise.
After an amazing performance against Houston in the Big 12
I think that lack of strength of non-conference schedule, the committee has been adamant about making that a strong contingency for strong criteria for top seed lines.
And their opponent, the Jacks, who are in for the 2nd time in 3 years, South Dakota State, the Summit League champs. So as we zoom out and transition back up to the top of this bracket, Seth, what stands out to you?
Well, UConn, FAU, San Diego State. What do those guys have in common? They were all in the Final Four.
That's right. And San Diego
year.
State got there as a 5 seed last year.
That's exactly right. So, they're a very strong team, but I think this sets up very well for UConn. And looking at a potential UConn-Auburn Sweet 16 game in Boston, no need to have a shot clock in that one. That's going to be a high-flying affair. I think this sets up great for the Huskies.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I actually love this Florida Atlantic team to possibly make another run, but against a team like UConn, if in fact they get by Northwestern, would be a tall task. And we want to go to the bottom of this bracket now. I tell you what, Illinois has been so impressive, but keep an eye, folks, on Morehead State. They've got one of the best players in the country in Riley Minix. He's a terrific 21-10 guy, and that team is really balanced. Love what Washington State has done, and obviously Iowa State there on the 2 line against a pretty good South Dakota State team.
Listen to my man when he talks about Morehead State. He calls these teams early. if you really like execution, smart, intelligent basketball, this Washington State Drake game, 2 outstanding coaches, disciplined teams. They're going to run really good offensive stuff. Young coaches, get your note cards out for that game. That's going to be a great one.